Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to go over everything that you need to know once you get into Hockey Ultimate Team for NHL 21. Whether you're a new player, maybe you just need a refresher, you want to know when what squad battles is, what do you have to do to maximize your points, what's rivals, what set should I go after, the cards you should target early, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get into it today. Please guys, remember, subscribe to the channel so that you get notifications immediately when I post a new video. I do multiple videos a day right now covering a wide range of topics, whether it be all the HUT content, the cards to go after, tips and tricks on offense, everything, guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get into where you should do and what you should start with in Hockey Ultimate Team for NHL 21. All right, so let's pretend we're loading in for the first time here, and you've made your team. So you got your starter team. Obviously, my team is a little ridiculous, but again, if you want to check out me on stream, play with my team, it's www.twitch.tv/nosleeves12, live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Links down below. All right, so you put your team, you get your team. The first thing you want to do is just put your right wingers on the left wing and or left-handed players on the right wing and right-handed players on the left wing. That's just going to help with the meta, so you always have a one-timer. Same thing with defensemen, so that means you always have a one-timer from the point at all times, okay? After that, that's the first thing you should do with your starter team. Even if you have bronze and silver players, just make sure you do that because it's going to make your time a lot easier. Next thing you want to do is open up any packs you might have. So if you're watching this during EA Play right now, obviously you're not going to have the returning user bonus players. So those are the packs that you get if you've played NHL 18, 19, or 20. You get, I believe, 10 loyalty packs that you'll be able to open up. Open all of those, as well as any cover athletes, all that kind of stuff. Open up all those, and then put them into your lineup so that you know what you've got. All right, so after that, you've opened up all your packs that you're going to get. You know, if you're going to buy more, okay. If you are going to buy more packs, what I would recommend is don't drop a ton of money after you've opened up all of these. So if you're going to, put some money into the game, open up your Jumbo NHL Players Pack. I believe you can only open up 2 or 4. I don't remember, every day. So open up the maximum here, then go on to the Premium Players Pack, and then if you really have some extra money, open up the Prime Pack. But then after that, stop, and if you have extra points, save it for the next day so you can open up these ones again, because these Premium Packs just don't have very good odds. I've ripped a ton of them, and while I got a lot of base cards that I'm going to show you what to do with and that are valuable, you just limit your chances to pull something really big, so I would avoid these ones. Also, don't forget to open up your EA Play Starter Pack if you are playing in EA Play. You'll get a bunch of other free players. After that, the first thing that you want to do is go down to Objectives, okay? Once you're in Objectives, go to Tutorial, and if you have not played NHL HUT before, you want to actually read these. So if you click on Tutorial, and then it'll have a bunch of things to go through. So it'll explain what squad battles is, okay? Once you do that, you'll get a little reward of 150 coins, but you'll also get some collectibles, and I'll show you what to do with those as well. Keep going through. All you've got to do is hit X on both to next, and then you'll get a little green check mark. I've already done it. That's why you don't have it. Once you've done all of these, and they're all green, okay, you can collect your reward for them. And then what you do is you go over to Exchange real quick, and you go into tips, and what you'll do is you click in here, and then you use this to search your collection. You'll have this collectible, and then just go through this. It'll, again, if you have not played HUT before, I would recommend reading these tips, just because that'll help you familiarize yourself with the game, and then just keep going. And what you'll do is you'll get a couple of gold players, some other cards that you might, actually be able to use, especially if you're a free-to-play person, which I totally respect. So just be on the watch out for that. So after you have done those sets, you've got your team, what you're going to use. What I would recommend, if you are, again, a free-to-play player, you want to keep building your team in the fastest way possible. So the best way to do that, honestly, and again, this is for the hardcore players. If you've only got a few hours a week to play, go have fun, man. Go play Rivals, go play Squad Battles if you're fun, try out HUT Rush. But if you're trying to maximize your time, then what you want to do is you want to go to HUT Challenges, okay? Again, this is recorded during EA Play. If you have EA Play and you're still watching this now, go and make sure you've done all of these challenges, because you'll get some collectibles and things, and I'll show you what those do in a second. But then you want to go through here. And the reason why you want to go through all of these challenges, this is monotonous and boring. I'm not going to lie. One of the things I advocate for the most in the Game Changer program is actually, going to a scenario-based system where, I've said this before, like, for example, instead of this challenge right here, where it's like complete the game, take 3 more shots than your opponent, perfect penalty kill, which is kind of just cookie cutter. It's 3 different random objectives, and you get a certain amount of points if you can do them all. I would love it if it was like, hey, on this day, Sam Gagner scored 8 points for the Edmonton Oilers. Score 8 points on rookie to, win this challenge. I would love it if they got to that, but that requires a ton of resources, but it's something that I advocate for a ton in the Game Changer program. So why do you want to do these? So the reason why you want to go and do these is the amount of money or amount of coins that you will get in terms of time spent, okay? So I'm all about trying to maximize your guys' time. These are boring. But once you're done them, you're done them. The thing that you want early on in HUT is coins, because especially with how price ranges work, and I'm going to get into that in a second, you can get a lot of cards and build a really good competitive squad for a very, very low amount of coins. Like, EA has implemented price ranges, which basically makes it so there's a maximum and a minimum you can put a card up for. So Connor McDavid, for example, can only be sold right now for $200K. There were so many McDavids up yesterday at launch because everyone was ripping packs. I was able to get him for $100K at launch. Man, 2 years ago, Connor McDavid card at launch was going for like $800. So just, watch for that. But the reason why I say do these challenges, so I've crunched some numbers for you. If you are able to go through every single challenge, do every single thing, get every single star, doing rookie will get you 19,000 coins. Doing each one of these, so rookie, semi-pro, pro, each one to do all of the stars in that will take you about 3 hours of in-game time. Okay, so that is including, going to take a leak, eating something, menu time. This is just in-game time, so it is a grind, but again, worth it. So Semi-Pro will net you 28,800 coins if you do all the stars. Pro will net you 38,400. All-Star 48,000, and then Superstar is 61,350. Now, obviously, those are a little bit more difficult because it's on Superstar difficulty, so it might take you some time, and there might be some challenges where you have to restart and do it again, which is obviously going to increase the time. But if you are able to do everything here, you are going to come away with 195,000 coins in about 14 hours of gameplay. If you do not have a lot of time, or you're just looking for your quickest bang for your buck, I would start with the Pro, because again, everyone should be able to do it on Pro, even for the players that aren't very good. You struggle, maybe you're new to the game. Pro is, pretty easy. If you can do that, 3 hours, 40K, definitely worth it, because the alternative to earn coins is just a lot lower. Like for Rivals, for example, you're only earning about 1,000 coins every game, and you can only get about 2, maybe 3 in an hour. Obviously, getting 10K in an hour is advantageous. So those are the numbers for you. So that's where you want to start to get a coin base, because once you get a coin base, then you can start upgrading your team. And make sure if you're doing EA Play to do these so you get the EA collectibles so that you can open up some more packs. Now, once you're done that, you want to get into squad battles. Obviously, if you are a competitive player, it is very difficult. Like myself, I hate playing against a CPU. I want to play against a player, but here's how squad battles works, and you need to know because it is super effective at building a free-to-play team. The rewards are absolutely bananas. Here is how it works, okay? You will get four teams to play against, okay? You go in against them, and you can choose what difficulty to play on. To get the max amount of points for that game, you have to win by 5 and have 20-plus shots on goal, okay? Win by 5, 20-plus shots on goal. Obviously, that's a little difficult if you play on Superstar, the hardest difficulty, but you need to get used to it. It's not very difficult once you get in a groove. I'll have a video that'll break down exactly what to do in squad battles, but the one I did last year for NHL 20 still applies. So look for a lot of short side wristers, things like that. Now, once you've done that, okay, every 24 hours, okay, down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see something that says refresh opponents. When it says refresh opponents is available, you hit square, you'll get 4 more options, which will then you'll allow to play to earn more points, okay? Now, you'll see here to get into the top 100, okay, you need 9,800 points. That's about 10 games, 8 games if you max out on Superstar. So, again, it's not very crazy. Now, this is EA Play, so not everyone's going to be able to keep this up because, well, they don't have the full game. But you want to just make sure you try and get into Elite 1 because, again, the packs that you're getting is crazy. The amount is just awesome, and it's something to really take advantage of, especially if you're a free-to-play player. So, again, that's just something to watch for. So, just again, you want to get win by 5 plus 20 shots on goal. You do this. Now, on the weekend, it refreshes every 12 hours. So, it's like HUT Champs. You got to be careful. It speeds up on the weekend. So, Saturday, it'll refresh twice. Again, it is a bit of a grind, but it is worth it if you are able to do it. Now let's move on to Rivals. So how does Hut Rivals work? You will play your 5 games, okay? Your 5 qualification games. You'll get put in a random division, okay? And then you've got weekly rewards. And again, same thing applies. Only you're playing online. So every time that you win a game, you will get a certain amount of Rivals points. If you lose, you'll still get some, which is, in my opinion, the big problem with Rivals. But regardless, based on what division you're in, you'll see what you can get. So if you can get into Diamond, which is a very obtainable goal for even someone who's under 500, if you play enough games, you'll get an Ultimate Pack, which is huge early on, as well as 250 Hut Champions points, which allows you to qualify for Hut Champs, and I'll talk about that in a second. You'll also be able to choose option 2, which is 2 times untradeable or ultimate packs, but it's untradeable. Or you can take the coins, which is 57,000 coins. And again, I will have a video that'll break down Rivals and what I would go with in terms of the best rewards, depending on how your team is built. On the weekend, okay, obviously not this weekend because the game isn't out in full yet, Hut Champs will happen. And if you've qualified, if you've won enough Rivals games, if you've gotten your Hut Champs qualifications, Hut Champs is basically 20 games. It's win-based, so however many games out of those 20 you can win, the higher the rank you will get. And again, the rewards for Hut Champs is crazy. Even if you are not a very good player, this is where you get better. Hut Champs is something you definitely want to take advantage of on the weekend. And again, if you combine squad battles, Rivals, and Hut Champs, which is a ton, you are looking at a ton of free packs, guys. Regardless if you spend money on the game or not, you are going to be able to build a top-notch team by doing that. And I know tons of players that do that every week. Now let's talk about sets real quick, okay? Because there are a few. The first ones we want to go over are the icon sets, okay? Now, it's much like NHL 20. There's a couple options here. So first, you can choose a gold collectible right here, and then 10 gold players, and you can turn that gold collectible and 10 gold players into an icon collectible. You can also do it in reverse. If you take an icon collectible and 10 gold players, you can get a gold collectible. For anyone that doesn't know and they're new, icon collectibles are for the master icons. Gold collectibles are basically the currency of every event. When a new event comes out, Lit versus Grit will be the first event. To get those master set items, the gold icons are what you're going to need. So if you packed any gold icons, save them. Do not get rid of them. Save them, because the 89 Panarin and Blake Wheeler and all those guys are going to be really valuable. So do not get rid of those gold collectibles, even if you're trying to rush to get Mario or Gretzky. Now let's get into that, okay? So 50 gold players, okay, will turn into an icon collectible. This set is on a 1-hour cooldown, okay? So if you've opened up a ton of packs like I have, you're going to have a ton of gold players, and that's fine to do. If you are a free-to-play player, what you want to do, okay, to get icons the cheapest possible. Again, if you've spent money on the game, you really don't have to do this, but if you really want to maximize your money, you want to go to the auction house. You're going to go to Browse Auctions, okay? You're going to go over to Level, you change that to Gold, and then you go to Price Range. You set the maximum price to 800, okay? Now, go through and see they're all bids. Unfortunately, you can't sort by buy now right now, but go through these bids that are expiring, and any card that's under 800 coins, that it's gold, you want to buy. And the reason for it is 800 times 50 is 40K, which is a good price for icon collectibles, but you can also get a lot lower. Like if you can get them for 650, let's say you sit there long enough, there will be some up for 650. You're looking at 32K for a gold for an icon collectible. And we'll just take a look right now at what the icon collectibles are going for. We're looking at about 50K. That's why I'm saying if you're a free-to-play player and you have enough time, sit there and collect those gold collectibles in the auction house. It is going to be worth it. It will save you tens of thousands of coins. Also, be aware, if you're playing this and watching this during EA Play, realize this. The majority of people that will spend money in this game and rip packs have already done so. The ones that are hardcore, going to rip a ton of packs, have done it during EA Play because we're fiends for the game. When the game comes out, all of the people that do not spend money, which is the majority, you would be stunned at the percentage of people that actually spend more than $20 in a game. It is very low. You would be stunned. The demand for cards goes up. So everyone is going to want icon collectibles. So those icon collectibles are going to shoot to about 50K, maybe even 60 at launch, because everyone's going to be trying to rush to get these icons. So you really want to hoard gold players. And if you have tradable icon collectibles, I would think about saving them to sell them because they might be worth more than what you'll get for them by using them. Now let's talk about using them. I'm going to have a video that breaks down all of the best icon cards and collectibles or players to go for. But let me explain briefly how this works. So if you get an icon collectible, it costs you one icon collectible, you will get to open a pack, okay, and choose between one of 4 randomly selected 85 overall icons. Now, be careful with the 85 overall icon set because there are a ton of 85 overall icons that are really not worth it in my opinion. There's about, I would say, 6 or 7 that would really benefit you. Now, remember this, it's untradeable. So if you do this set, you're locked in with that card. You've lost the value of the icon collectible if it was tradable. Now, the one thing I will say is that because of how they're doing icons with bronze, silver, and gold, it means that at some point you're probably going to be able to upgrade them in pieces. It won't be all the way until April by the time that you can make an 85 overall Gartner into like a 96. There's going to be, you know, a middle tier one that's silver, which is just something to keep in mind so you don't have to be scared about, you know, doing these. Once you do the 85 overall icon set, it is on a 7-day cooldown. So you can't spam it. So I would recommend first starting out, you might want to, if you only get one icon collectible, say you're free to play, you don't have a ton, getting one is key because that 85 overall player is probably going to be your best player, okay? So that's not bad at all. I would do that so that it's on a 7-day cooldown, and then next week, you know, you can go and get another one. After that, okay, if you've gotten your 85, there's 86, 87, 88, and 89, okay? And they're all varying in terms of prices. The 86 costs 2 icon collectibles, 87 costs 3, and then the 88 costs 5. My recommendation, if you do not think that you can get 7 icon collectibles and it's going to be a real hard grind, I would go with the 88, and here is why. The 88 has Beliveau and Lafleur in it. You're going to get one of them. There's only 5 88 overall icon cards, okay? So that means that you're going to at least guarantee yourself, because you can choose between 4, you're going to guarantee yourself one of those 2. And those 2 cards are 2 of the best in the game, Lafleur being, in my opinion, one of, if not the best card. Now, if you are able to get 7, you definitely want to do the Mario Lemieux set. Or Gretzky. I would choose Lemieux, but again, I'll have a video explaining why on that. Because that card is going to be one of the best, if not the best card for a significant period of time. You don't have to worry about, you know, sets and events just crushing the value of these cards, because these, the Lemieux and the Gretzky, especially how this game is played, same with Lafleur in the 88 set, you know, they are going to hold their value, okay? I would not really separate your coins. So, like, if you did the 85, 86, and 87, that's 6 icon collectibles right there. If you have that many, go and do the 89. Just wait and save up. That is the play. The 89 should be the first thing that you go. Now, if you're only going to be able to get 1 or 2, I'd probably just do the 85 and then wait and save up. But I just wanted to get that out to you for any new players, something you really need to pay attention to. The monthly rewards. So every day you log in and you do the daily objectives and whatnot, you'll get a monthly icon collectible. This is kind of hit or miss. It depends how much you play. If you're going to play every day, then the best value is probably the gold collectible or icon collectible. It's going to take you about a month, though, to get it. So that kind of, you know, is rough. 25 to get an 83 to 85, I would not do. Hard avoid. It's just not going to be worth it for you. 15 to get the premium players pack. If you're not going to be able to get the icon collectible or gold collectible, I would definitely start doing the packs. So the premium players pack I would do for 15. I would not do customization. And then the premium pack for 5, base pack for 4, and mini pack for 2. I would do those if you are not going to be able to get the big one at the end. Team builder sets. I have a video that will go over all of the team builders. Go into my YouTube channel and take a look at it. It's my most recent one before this one, and it's going to help you explain what ones you should target, okay? So how the team builders work, basically any card that's under 83 overall on a team, you collect, and you will get an 85 overall team builder card. There's only a few that are worth it, guys, so do not chase these. Go watch the video, and I will explain what ones. Once you do this set and you trade them in, all of those cards are gone. So remember, for the Bruins, you are going to lose 22 gold player cards, okay? 22 of them. They're gone. That's it. And the 85 overall card that you get from the team builder is untradeable. Then, onto the sets, okay? The upgrade sets. there's really only two you want to pay attention to. If you've ripped packs or even if you've opened up enough, I would do the silver player one all the time. Silver cards do not hold their value, and the only value that they really have is to do this set specifically. It gives you a chance at 2 gold players, and even if you don't pull anything good, which you have a chance to, you can then use it in the gold player upgrade. I would be careful doing the gold player upgrade because, again, gold players cost 8 to do this. You'll get guaranteed 180 plus, which is nice, but it's untradeable. However, 8 gold players, I mean, after 4 or 5, like, that's almost an icon collectible, so just be careful of that. The only other one that I would look for in these sets is the gold jersey exchange. There's so many gold jerseys in packs. You can cash in 10, and you'll get a premium pack. It's on a 24-hour cooldown. That is one I would watch for as well. Talk about Hut Rush. If you are free to play specifically, and even if you're not, because Hut Rush is new mode, you want to try it out. I recommend it. It's a fun, quick mode, and it does offer instantaneous rewards. So with rivals, squad battles, Hut champs, you've got to wait for the rewards day for all the packs to be released to you. Okay, Hut Rush, sorry, instantaneous rewards. So as you play a game, you'll go through these tier of rewards. Okay, as you go through, you'll see that they're nothing crazy, but it will add up. I mean, 2 premium gold players packs, a premium pack. Again, you're 1,000,000 points. It does not take as long as you think. 4 gold players for any free to play player. This is the play because again, anytime that you get a great pull, that's huge, and increasing your chances is just something you want to pay attention to. And once you're done that, it's done for the season. I would recommend doing that every time just to make sure. All right, the auction house. Last thing I want to talk about today, okay? So browsing the auction house, some tips for the auction house. I showed you guys the gold player tip, in my opinion. That's something you want to do. When upgrading your team, guys, this is for newer players. Let's just say we're looking for Connor McDavid, okay? Or Crosby. All right, make sure that while you're going through and browsing, take Connor McDavid, you hit X, you go down and hit compare price. It will list them all side by side. So the cheapest one is $150. So that is the one you want to choose. Make sure you're doing that every time you go to buy a player. If you don't, you could be missing out on huge value. I will have a video that's coming out very shortly on cards that you should target. Right away off the top, though, it does look like McDavid is a card you should save for. Again, coins. By playing the game, you're going to get a ton. Connor McDavid is game-breaking. How the meta is so far early on in this game. It is a straight line. It feels like an old-school NHL game. It's not the big, slow, bumpy meta. This is just you pick up the puck with McDavid and you gun. So I've been using him, and he has been fantastic. So just keep that in mind. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope I covered everything. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Please subscribe, guys. I know I'm getting a ton of new views because the game's out. A lot of eyes on NHL. Please give me a subscribe. Again, I promise you I'll give you the most up-to-date info on HUT, on anything involving NHL. It is my full-time job on my channel, so make sure you subscribe. And check me out on Twitch, man. I'm playing every single day. 10 a.m. Eastern time is when I go live. Link is down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.